Hello, my name's Toby, and I'm coming to you from the beautiful display gardens at Venture Out Nursery on Whidbey Island. Today I have a few fall garden maintenance tips that I was inspired to share from our beautiful display beds. The first is how to manage leaves in the garden. A lot of people feel that letting the leaves remain on the ground can seem untidy. So one strategy can be to just keep a clean walkway and let the leaves fall in the beds. Or sometimes if you rake the front of the bed and then let the leaf litter stay in deeper in the bed or in the background, that can be a way to satisfy that urge to be tidy. We like to leave our perennials standing. So like our sedum autumn joy here, or the Japanese anemone. Think of how cute it will be when we get a frost and it's outlined on these little balls, and when the birds perch and want to have a little nibble on the seed heads. So we leave those seed heads standing for winter interest in the garden, just like we leave grasses standing for winter interest. When it does come time to prune them down, maybe they're getting gross looking and you want to clean them up, then we like to use hedge clippers and go down in little increments and let that debris lay on the ground. We also like to leave some stubble standing tall so that beneficial insects have a place to shelter in all of that old foliage and stem. And also many hollow stems provide a nesting place for insects. They'll nest inside or they might nest on the side. So leaving some debris tall gives options for different layers of habitat. I don't recommend that you cut any of your perennials down until the spring, when we've had a couple of 50-degree days and the beneficials are able to hatch and fly out. But if you do need to chop, please practice the chop and drop and let that litter stay on the ground so that habitat remains. Another thing people are thinking about this time of year is their hydrangeas. And we leave the heads on the hydrangea. As you can see by that one, it's so lovely this time of year. Hydrangeas are attractive as they die. And so I leave the heads on the hydrangea until I just don't like it anymore. And sometimes that's the second or third week of February. And then we just give them a nip down to the strongest pair of buds right below the head. My last tip for you is, if you have conifers in the garden, sometimes they get full of leaves. And so just go through and give them a little pet to get that leaf litter off of them so that you don't create dead spots that leaves hanging in the foliage can do. I guess I lied. That's not quite my last tip. My last tip is, if you still have shrubs and trees with leaves on them, and they're not fully deciduous, then it's a little too early to prune. We want to wait to prune until all the deciduous plant material is fully naked. Then we know it's truly dormant, and then you can do your pruning. Happy gardening, and come see us sometime on Whidbey Island. Thanks.